Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. All right, man. NFL head coach for the Denver Broncos, Vic Fangio, says there is no racism in the NFL. Now, a couple players fired back. Chris Carson and Quadre Diggs of the Seattle Seahawks. Quadre, one of my favorite players, used to play for the Lions. And they basically told him, like, are you serious? Like, what the F? You feel me? But let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And before I keep going on, I don't care what none of these NFL players say, bro. If it ain't Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, Kenny Stills, anybody that supported Kaepernick, agreed to the end and still supporting him, I don't care what they say. Goodell, Joe Lockhart, the former vice president of communications that worked for CNN now. I don't care what Russell Wilson say. Deshaun Watson is another guy that said he'd never speak up on, politics and blackness in the league. He said that on like an E60 interview. He out there in Houston marching. So I don't have no respect for these dudes in the NFL, because not only we can put the black stuff that's going on to the side, they won't stand up for themselves for money. So if your average person won't stand up for themselves for good pay and great contracts and good benefits, then why would I expect them to stand up, for black people, and they can't stand up for themselves? That's my main thing about it. But hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, Goodfella Sports TV. Vic Fangio says ain't no racism in the NFL. Then why was the Rooney Rule put in place? Why they just try to enhance the Rooney Rule with better draft compensation? Why is the NFL probably 75, 80, probably 90% black on the field, but it feel like it's 90, 95% white in the coaching staff, in the executive room, and the general managers and the owners? Right then and there, you look at the owners. There's one minority owner, and that's Shad Khan. He's the owner for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Right then and there, you got a disconnect there. You got multiple owners that support Donald Trump. Right then and there, Stephen Ross, Robert Kraft, Jerry Jones, the three I can think off top. Right then and there. What Jerry Jones is doing to Dak Prescott right now is modern day slavery. You feel what I'm saying? People say, oh, he's making all this money. I'm not trying to hear that. Modern day is the key words there. Okay? What are you doing trying to railroad him for Andy Dalton? You feel what I'm saying? When he paid Tony Romo their money. You can even go as far back as the quarterback position. We still fighting for quarterbacks to get they just due. Look at Cam Newton. Why is he out of a job and Joe Flacco get a job? Sam Darnold garbage, he got a job. Ryan Fitzpatrick keep getting jobs. Why is Cam Newton still on the street? Why Nick Foles, who had a shitty season and just as injured as Cam Newton, only good and never had the track record Cam had, but just as good as Cam, he was good for 1 year in Philly, Why Cam ain't got a job? You keep going on and on. Comments made about Lamar Jackson. Oh, he's a running back, and they trying to change him. Look, he's a good quarterback in the league. You just keep going on and on talking about it's no racism in the NFL. Yeah, because you blind, you don't want to see it. Come on. Why are the players black and all the coaches basically white? White guys that never made it to D1 level, a lot of these dudes. So right then and there, you got to admit that you got a problem. And the NFL can't admit they got a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like I said about Shannon Sharp yesterday. People say, oh, Uncle Shay never say that. Check the community tab, bro. I put the video in the community tab. Uncle Shay, Uncle Shannon Sharp, I lost respect for him. I don't care if he came back and apologized. He was quick before gathering information. That's a part of being in journalism. He went to college. He been on ESPN First Take. He been on, Undisputed long enough. He went out there and he shitted on Kaepernick. I'm never going to forget that. I stopped watching after that. Straight up and down. So don't tell me what I didn't hear, and I can show you proof, and all of a sudden I put it in the community tab, nobody got nothing to say but one person. Shout out to Lathers. I know what I heard. Oh, you wrong on shit. No, you just want to hear what you want to hear and hear what you don't want to hear. He straight raccooned out for Kaepernick in that video, and I was done with him. And that wasn't the first and only time he did nothing like that. So like I said before, y'all, Stephen A. Smith, they come out here and they say some black things and they get back to raccooning once again. Stephen A. Smith is known for that. You think I care about what he got to say on this situation? Absolutely not. I don't care what he got to say. I don't respect the NFL players at all. I don't respect them from step one, with them not fighting for better benefits and better, pensions and better compensation, and for their old timers as well too. I don't respect them. So before we get to this black stuff that's going on around the country, George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, Drayshawn Reed in Indianapolis, and Ahmaud Arbery, you know what I'm saying? I don't already give y'all no respect because y'all can't stand on y'all power and get better equal pay. Then on top of that, if you ain't gonna fight for yourself, we know you ain't gonna fight for black people. So Vic Fangio is an idiot, bro. He should be fired for making that statement. And you talk about racism don't exist. How about the guy before you, Vance Joseph? Was it Vance Joseph that was the coach before him? Not getting a fair shake in Denver, them firing him. About to fire him at this first year, I think, and then end up firing him at the second year. You come in and don't do shit in the last year neither. So shouldn't you be under fire just like he was under fire? You had the same cards that was dealt. He didn't have a quarterback. You had a Drew Lock at least. You feel me? So, like I said before, you just knocked the black man off his job. You talking about racism don't exist, and you had an okay season this year. I forget what Denver record was. But Vance Joseph didn't even get a shot. Let's not forget that. So, at the end of the day, of course they want to tell you that they don't exist. The NFL is one of the most racist leagues in there. And their Major League Baseball is very, very racist. We know what Adam Jones experienced in left field, or was it right field, center field, at where the Boston Red Sox play. We already know, how racist baseball is. We don't even need to get there in hockey as well too. But the NFL, for the majority of their players to be black Americans, and for Vic Fangio, the head coach of the Broncos, to come out here and say racism don't exist, and you just was a product of a black man not getting a fair shot, with the Denver Broncos and Vance Joseph, you ain't under fire after having a subpar year. That shows you right there. Look at the ownership. How many black people owners in pro sports? Michael Jordan, the only one I could think of. No black owners in Major League Baseball. No black owners, in the NFL or the NHL. No black owners. We got money too. Why Diddy can't own a team? Why Dre can't own a team? Why they can't put their money together and own a few teams? They got that team to Steve Ballmer. Why Diddy and Floyd Mayweather can put their money together on the LA Clippers? And I'm gonna get on the NBA too. Wait, I got a video coming if I don't put it up first. So that's how the old white people think. He 50, 60 years old, Vic Fangio. A lot of these old owners have a still slavery or segregation mindset. Jerry Jones, one of them too. I don't want to hear no Cowboy fans out here speaking that black shit unless you gonna keep it real about Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones ain't said nothing because Jerry Jones don't care. Been told y'all Jerry Jones is racist, bro. Stephen Ross is racist, donating to Trump. Everybody saying I'm canceling Wendy's. The CEO donated $400,000, and he really donated $10 million when he first started up for his campaign, and gave $6 to the Republican Party. You feel me? Or cancel Wendy's. When you gonna cancel Jerry Jones? When he sat here, he made Zeke and them stand and said, "You get off, all that. You can get off my team." Then he fake kneel. He's still talking to Don. We're gonna cancel the Cowboys. We're gonna cancel Jerry Jones. We're gonna cancel Stephen Ross, the Miami Dolphins owner, who was speaking that Black Lives Matter stuff, but then he had a fundraiser for for Donald Trump right after that, and Kenny Stills called him out, and they traded Kenny Stills. We don't call it out. We don't call the NFL and the NBA to get more black ownership. Real talk. The Buffalo Bills just went for sale not too long ago. They didn't give it to Donald Trump. They gave it to somebody else. Why a black person couldn't buy it? Come on. It's racism. Quarterbacks still going what they're going through. Racism. So Y'all ain't trying to hear that from Big Fangio, man. Sorry for the dog barking. Must be the mail lady. But hey, don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Check out our NFL playlist for more videos like this. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App, PayPal, description. Best way to donate. Share the video. Appreciate the love, support. Fastest way to reach out to me is Twitter. One time for the one time. Y'all know what it is. We gone.